Ruto accused the National Assembly of corruption the other day, and yesterday he made good of his threat to arrest them through Executive Order number 1 of 2025. So basically, through the stroke of a pen, President Ruto has formally established a multi-agency team which will serve under the State Department of Justice, Human Rights and Constitutional Affairs. And these agencies are not few, mind you. They entail the Executive Office of the President that will chair the team. We also have the Attorney General who shall serve as its secretary. And now the actual team is going to be comprised of the National Intelligence Service, the EACC, Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DCI, Financial Reporting Center, Asset Recovery Agency, Kenya Revenue Authority, Central Bank of Kenya, and the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority. Now, in this video, I want us to look into why President Ruto has decided to create a multi-agency team that will work directly under his office. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Now, the first reason why Ruto has created a multi-agency team is because by consolidating all these agencies under his office, by law, it is now mandatory for the NIS, DCI, ORPP, and all these other agencies to have a physical presence in State House. So let's be honest, they now all belong to the president. And in just one meeting with all these agencies, if the president chooses to do so, he can make the life of any Kenyan difficult. Imagine having the NIS, DCI, EACC, FRC and all the other agencies coming at you all at once. That'll be a total nightmare. KRA wanakufungia bank account kutoka corridor ya State House. NIS tap your phone calls. EACC and DCI prepare your file and forward it to the DPP for prosecution before a judge. And soon after, the Asset Recovery Agency starts reclaiming your possessions. I suspect Ruto's opposers are going to quickly understand what government efficiency looks like. Because we have a man in State House who wants to be a small god in politics. Kazi ni kuvuruga wapinzani vile anataka. Second reason why the president is creating an MAT, multi-agency team for that matter, is because he wants to replicate the sins of Richard Nixon. You see, back in 1972, Richard Nixon used the FBI, CIA and IRS to spy on his opponents, the Democrats. And he even ended up being impeached for it. And Ruto is also begging for the same fate because he's no different from Nixon. He wants real-time reports on the finances of his opponents. That's why KRA is present. He also wants all phone call conversations recorded and delivered to him in the morning. This is a grand spying operation, and if the opposition are smart, they should all purchase satellite phones, burner phones. It's the only way that they can ensure the integrity of their conversations and plans. And if the opposition think it's a joke, I want them to ask themselves this question. During Raila's maandamano after losing back in 2022, like he always does, how is it that Dennis Itumbi's Hustler Nation Intelligence Bureau was constantly correct in respect to their meeting locations, contents of their meetings, money that was changing hands? How do they know all that? I won't say much beyond that. The wise need only a word. Get a satellite phone, because if you use a cellular tower, they own you all day, every day. That, and they can also triangulate your location as they wish. Now, from my thinking though, we need someone to go to court and get this illegal group disbanded, whether it is Omtata or whoever else. We don't want a small Richard Nixon running loose here in Kenya. Let a competent judge see this for what it is. It is the weaponizing of our security apparatus by one individual for personal gain. And since it's as clear as night and day, let's get it stopped right there, dead in its tracks. These are offices that ought to be independent. Why is somebody chairing them? Which illegal executive order is this? The DCI should be independent. The DPP should be independent, because how else will any judge be taking the government's word ati wameleta kesi against so and so, and the person is an opponent of the president or an opposer of the president? And you who is bringing that case against that person works in the office of the president. Directly under him, he is your chair. I mean, if this is the trajectory we are on, I know the police force was made independent and they have their own budget. They might as well also go back to being under State House. Because hiyo ndo mtindo ambayo rais anajaribu kuleta. This is dangerous. It has nothing to do with MPs stealing here and there or taking bribes. Because at the end of the day, bribes inatoka wapi? Si inatoka State House. That issue with MPs was just an excuse for him to do this and then go after his opponents. And wait for it, it's going to happen. They want to know Gachagua ametoka majuu na pesa ngapi. KRA iko on toes. The same asset recovery took Gachagua's 200 million under Uhuru Kenyatta. What will they do under President William Ruto? Kama amekuja na 3.5 billion, hiyo ndo inachukuliwa, inawekwa pale, wanafanya kesi. He might never even see that money ever again. So those are the dirty tricks that I suspect the president is up to. But that's just my opinion, guys. I don't have a monopoly of knowledge. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. Why do you think the president is creating MATs at this particular juncture? Just drop me your comments. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. Now, with that is today's ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602. And he'll get your house dapped up. Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. If you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.